This one's massive and seems dumber than a box of rocks. Right? Are you dumb? Is it because you're a buck? Okay. Good job, Mama. Look at what we got here. Mom, Iris. Look at how cute he is. She's got so much neck fat. Yep, you just gotta let her nurse stop lifting your leg up. Okay, this is kind of confusing, huh? When the kid tries to nurse, she lifts her leg like way, way in the air. And then she kind of pulls her udder back when she does that, and then the kid slips off. Your mom did the same thing when she was a first-time mom. She's like trying too hard to accommodate them. Yet you can just leave that leg down. Hi, you're a big one. 11:9. Okay, go back by Mom. This one's massive and seems dumber than a box of rocks. Right? Are you dumb? Is it because you're a buck? So he's got some entropion eye, but it's not bad. So I think if I unroll it a couple times, it'll be fine. Usually it corrects itself in just a few days when you roll it back. He's 13 pounds. Are you 13 pounds? You big lug? Good job. And this is from that one that had pregnancy toxemia. Okay. And you're just a skinny mini. You're a skinny little girl, huh? You're 7 pounds? 7.5, I'm gonna say. 7.2. I'll wait until tonight to process these other ones. I just kind of give them a day to make sure they're gonna make it. If we see any problems arise, I'm not gonna waste a tag on them. If they're gonna go downhill and get cold and maybe not make it, they usually do it pretty quick, or they just never get off the ground at all. So far these all seem real vigorous and perky, but I usually just wait like 18 to 24 hours just to see how they're doing. I've got a doe who I've been watching her for a while. She has not really gotten the urge to push. She all of a sudden seems like super stressed out. So I'm just gonna go in and check. I don't like to intervene too early because if you stress them out, you can actually stop them from dilating. So I don't like to go in too quickly. I have a feeling there's like a malposition or something. It does seem kind of big. Oh. You gotta push a little. I'm barely pulling. You have to try to push. Okay. Good job, Mama. Look at what we got here. Mom, Iris. Iris, come back. Look what we got. Okay. Okay. Looks just like last year's baby. Okay, I have no idea why she seemed like she was having so much trouble. Like, I've literally been watching her for like 2 hours. She hasn't pushed. She hasn't like laid down to give it any effort. And she was wailing like it was just horrible. And like when I was pulling on it, I was like barely pulling on it. And she was being pretty dramatic. So I'm sure she's got at least 1 or 2 more in there. So hopefully she can do it herself. This kid looks exactly like her buckling from last year, because she had a solid brown buckling last year, and then actually that one in that pen laying down, that black one with the white feet is hers from last year. Beautiful looking kids, real broad shouldered, little short stacks. You gonna have your next one, Mom? She wants to lay down and have her next one, but this kid keeps like running all over the place. So I'm just gonna kick Fern out of this pen so we can put her in there so she can have it without worrying about her kid running away. Fern, right here. Oh. Okay. So that pen could actually use a little more bedding, but I'll wait until after she kids. I kind of don't like them to kid in the pens because they get it too gross and yucky, and then you're constantly replacing bedding. Where out here in the rest of the pen, it's a lot easier to just bed that down at night. I just went to the house to get something, and of course she laid down to have it, so I missed it. Good morning. So I opened up these pens so these kids can get used to coming in and out and exploring a little bit. If I don't immediately need the pens, I like to just open them up, let them come out to explore, then they can go back where they feel safe. Daisy, these are her 2 kids right here. She's the one that had pregnancy toxemia. She did this with her last litter. She really loved one of her kids, and she didn't reject the other one, but she didn't love it the same way she loved the other one. She doesn't want to feed the one unless the one she loves is nursing, which is really annoying. She had only had singles twice before that, and then her last one she had twins. And this is her second set of twins, and I see her doing it again. When it comes time to cull, that kind of goes at the top of the list of attributes we don't want. They get 1 chance, and if they do it a second time, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're only 2 days old, but it looks like this is going to be a pattern for her. Look at how cute he is. His mom's out at the feeder and he keeps crying for her. He's adorable. So she lays down, gives 1 push, and then gets up and looks if there's a kid there. Sweetie, you gotta just lay down and keep pushing. Now it's less of a ordeal. Here. a big kid. Hey, Mom, that's yours. He did have one leg back, so she was struggling quite a bit. Yeah, that's a pretty big kid. There, now he's pinking up. He's pretty purple when he came out. So before anybody has a fit that I didn't have gloves on, if I don't plan on going in, I don't necessarily put gloves on. The kid was half out. I just wanted to break that bag for her and grab her legs to help her out a little bit. I had no intentions of putting my arm in her. She had her second one, but she's not loving it as much as the first one. She's not licking it, so I'm just gonna put him in a pen. Come here. Here. There we go. Oh, did she just have one over there? Oh, she had one. Buddy, can you breathe? Mom, that was quick. Hey, you guys can shit off his face. This isn't your first rodeo. Why are we just... This is like the day of the shitty moms or what? Honey, I don't think it's yours. It's not yours. Ooh. That one's yours. Okay, this is not your baby. This is your baby. Oh, it's like stupid mom day. And it's all the Savannahs, and they've always all been really good moms, so I don't know what's going on. That's your baby. Love it. Hey, that one's still in the sack, dumbass. You better get up. Oh, this is an interesting looking one. You're not sure? Not sure about motherhood this year? So, she was a really good mom last year. And oddly enough, both of her kids last year were born with waddles. And I had contacted the breeder I got her from, and she went back and like 4 generations prior, her like great granddam had wattles, like in a Kiko line. But neither of these had wattles. I'm positive that she's gonna kid yet before the day is through. She really wanted to steal those. How tiny and adorable they are. Got so much neck fat. I moved her to this pen because she kept laying down in front of the bunk and the other ones were like walking over the top of her. But now it's been another half hour and she's made no progress. She hasn't laid down and tried to push, which she was doing before. So I'm just gonna check and see if there's a male position or something in there. Hey, you didn't have one yet. You have to push. Oh, are you gonna push now? You want potty? Okay. Well, Mom will check it out. Oh, here, Mama. Bordeaux, here. Right here. I'm not sure why she wasn't pushing. It was like right there. It's not that big. She's extremely fat. She did not get pregnant with the other yearlings her first time around, and at the time, I wasn't kidding, as many times in a year. She was like probably 2.5 by the time she kidded for the first time. Even if you restrict feed and they kind of reach their full-grown weight, like their maintenance requirements are so low, they're not gestating, they're not lactating, and it's really easy for them to get fat. So like then she had a single, so of course she never milked off all of her fat, and then she had another single and never milked off all of her fat. So here we are, third lactation. That one is small enough that I'm gonna say she probably has twins. She looked like she had twins last time, but it was really just fat. Okay, so we've got one really floppy kid here. I got heat lamp set up on it. It just can't keep itself upright. It's breathing good. It's like very alert. It tries to get up, but then it just flops right back over. The other one is a little better, but he will all of a sudden flop. So I'm gonna go ahead and milk her out and then just tube both of them. I have tried with kids like this to get them to nurse and all. It is so much easier to just milk them, tube them. You know they have colostrum, and then they kind of go into a milk coma for the next 2 hours. And when they get up, they perk up. When they're tubed, it prevents them also from getting cold, because getting that warm milk in their tummy really helps a lot. So when I milk them out, I am really, really picky about the temperature of the milk. So I have a container here that has hot water in it. And as soon as I've got the jar in there, keeping it hot, I'll milk her, and then I'll put it back in the hot water to make sure that milk stays warm. And then I tube them with a warm syringe and a warm tuber, just because even if your milk cools down 5 degrees while you're doing this, it's not helpful, because now you're cooling your kid down. So you actually want that milk going in just a little bit warmer than it came out of mom. So right after kidding, I find that almost all does are super cooperative, even if they aren't friendly does at all, because those hormones are going and they want their udder touched, and they want their kids to get to colostrum. So even ones that wouldn't normally allow you to milk them out are really, really cooperative. Now, 24 hours later, that's a different story, but in the first couple hours, they're totally fine. All right, perfect. That's like 10 ounces, so they can each get 5. Actually, these guys are really small. I'll probably only give them 4 ounces, and then I'll just bank the rest. So mom did a great job of drying them off. I mean, they are really dry. So I gotta do your navel yet too. Hi. So you always want the tube to have been warmed up in warm water, and then that also lubricates it a bit too. Because it shouldn't be going down their throat dry. You're fine. Oh, watch out, Mom. She's gonna knock my camera over. Maybe not. That. So that kid is getting a lot more vigorous in the last couple minutes. So I'm gonna let it try to nurse, but I think I will probably also just tube it as well. There. Good job. That'll warm you up nice. That'll make you toasty. Hmm? She also has a very full udder and has a ton of colostrum. It's like nice, thick, and yellow, but it's not the stuff that's like ooey gooey that won't go through a tube. I hate that when you want to tube colostrum down them and it's just too thick. So I am gonna milk extra out from her, just so that I have some, because I'm out in the freezer. There is controversy about sharing colostrum. Because I test my entire herd for CAE and we are CAE free, I am comfortable with that. Now there's other concerns like mycoplasma and stuff like that, but because I have no known diseases in my herd right now, I'm comfortable doing that. I do think the real deal is 100 times better than a colostrum replacement. So I choose to do it. Yes, there's always risk involved when you're sharing milk from does, but it's my personal choice.